Hello, this is Adore from Bricksmaven, and this is part 39 of developing a one-page wellness spa website in Bricks. Welcome, guys. In this video, we're going to look at the call to action section, and we're going to build two patterns, and we're also going to convert them to components. In the previous video, we looked at the About Us and the Frequently Asked sections, I would like to call it. We built out the first one, we built the second one here, and we also did the third one, and we also built this frequently asked section here. In this video, we are going to look at building the call to action. We're going to build this call to action, and we're also going to build this one. So that'll be two. As for the third one, this will be in the last video. This will be the footer. And the call to action is actually paired to the footer. So this is actually a pattern. So that means that I will be skipping this one for now. And as you can see, we're almost approaching the end. It's been quite a few videos that I created. And I hope you guys are learning from it or gaining some insight in how you can also structure your own projects if you're not using AI, obviously, or if you're building it, you know, really calculated and really thinking of what goes into your design and want to have more control over how your design ends up looking. This is obviously a good process to keep. Even if you're going to use AI and you're going to maybe pair it with, you know, patterns from libraries, this can be a good workflow. Okay, that being said, we're going to dive in. So I'm going to go into Bricks and do some work here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to bring in that pattern. So that's a CTA. I'll call it CTA1 section. As you can see, I updated to the new WordPress version. You either love these colors or you hate them, but I do feel it feels cleaner somehow. It feels a little bit something has been updated. It looks updated. Okay, this is a I'll just say call to action bundle. I'm adding this to the call to action bundle, publish, and I don't like this though. I don't like this color here. But anyways, let's move on. So we are here in the editor and I need to look for CTA or call to action pattern. Oh wait, it's CTA. And what I'm looking for is, oh, it's already in front of me. It's actually CTA 34. So I need this one. I'm going to drag this in. And there you have it. There we go. Okay, it's actually split. So wait, let me see. Is there a gradient here? Okay, there's a gradient. So I'll have to do some work there. Okay, let me see if no. Okay, I'm going to bring in the text, put that there. Whoops. I'm going to then take this text here. I think this one is strong. I need to remove the radius because there's no radius. Also on the content, remove the radius. And also on the container, let's take that off. And I'll change the grid to 2. C2. Somehow works here. Might want to increase the, wait, let's see. Yeah, I need to increase the spacing. I'll go for 2x. Yeah. Remove this here so that it's yeah, it just has a little bit more space. So as for this button, I need to remove it. I'm going to replace it with the component. We have a CTA block. So we're going to remove this. We don't need it. And I need to change the background color to something a bit lighter. This is semi-light. Okay, so it has to be a little bit more, a bit darker. Yeah, maybe 3. Yeah. Okay. Book an appointment, find your treatment. This should be this is basically like stretched, right? So I'm just thinking, what's the best approach? I have okay, I'm running into an issue. First of all, this is stretched. And the second thing is the button is primary and the secondary is light. So I've not run into a situation like this. And actually, I'm thinking all the buttons here are green. I wonder if this actually stands out. So it would have been better if it was, you know, set to the secondary, because okay, yeah, this would have been better because there's more contrast. So, but nowhere on this design have I used the secondary color, so it can be tricky to do that here. So I don't know. I'm gonna go for it. You see, I'm running into an issue. Yeah, this is a problem. I'm going to. What can I do? What's the best thing to do here? You know what? I'll just leave it white for now. And I'm gonna add an image. Let's see. I think I had that image that was on the CTA. I had it somewhere. Yeah, this one, but it might be too small, but it works. I need to extract the images. Oh wait, I need to change the background too. I think it was L8. Yes, L8. And we need a bit more space. So yeah, so I'm going to change this to space L. So it has a bit more space. Let me check the design again. I need to add the images to the media, since I've not done that yet. So this is CTA. Let's see. First of all, this name is incorrect. CTA flower. And yeah, like this. Only this two I need. Okay, I can go back to my design and now I can pull in the correct image. Is the CTA? Okay, I don't think it has. Okay, this is it, but okay, so this is the correct one. And I'm immediately going to apply the gradient overlay. So this overlay, 2 colors. This one is transparent, and the bottom color is a dark color, obviously. It's too dark. 7. Yeah, something like that. So that is also done. Let me check real quick. And okay, the SVG. The SVG needs to be added to the content. So this is going to be called, let's call it background flower again. Remove that, give it a class. So this is background flower. Okay, we've added that into it. And now I'm going to actually add the flower. Insert. And we're going to set our content to position relative. Okay, it's already set. Okay, that's good. And then this should be absolute. Centered at the bottom. And I want this to be in the middle. So I say left 50%. And was the transform minus 50%. Okay, now it's in the middle. That's where we want it. I think I'm forced to create another variant. While this one is mixed. I'll call it mixed, and we need to do some overlapping. Or maybe not. This is, I'm just gonna keep it, no, I'm gonna change this to secondary. By the way, does this change? Primary, okay, I had to really like, oh man, I really have to do this. So mix has to be white. Okay, should be button light, I think, light color, button light background. No, there's no background involved. It should be the typography and the border. So button light color. Or button light outline color. And important. Okay. And then as for the border has to change too. So button border. No, or is button outline? Let's see. Wait, what did I add for the rest? So I get an idea of what I did. Okay, outline border color. Okay. So I basically have it. And as for these two, should be space between. And let's see, space between. And these should be like, these should be stretched. So I want it to be, actually it should be both 100%. Yeah. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so now I created a new variant. So it now works. Okay, so let's make this smaller. I might have to stack it there because it's not really working on those lower breakpoints. So I'm going to copy this and make sure that on the 991 breakpoint, we actually get this. As for the image, I might have to make some changes here. Let's see what we are doing. And it has no aspect ratio. No, it has no aspect ratio. I think this is like, it feels like 1 by 1, 1, 1. And so how should it, okay, it should be maybe 69. I don't like it, so put it to 64. Okay, that's better. think here it can go back to 1. Okay, and here 1. Okay, and it's good. Okay, so we've finished the first one. So the next step is to actually, wait, first let me change this to, okay, call to action 1. Obviously I have to rename the classes later. I'm gonna set this to save component, and this is actually a pattern create. I'm gonna immediately change the heading. So this is a CTA heading. And yeah, this is good. This is then CTA text. Create, connect. I connected the heading to, okay. As for these, I'll just leave them the way they are because you can already change it from here. And all we need to do is change the image. So this is swap CTA image. Default is this one. Create. And yeah, you can basically, oh, I didn't connect it. Always forget to connect it. Okay, so now you can actually just change your CTA heading, the text. You can change the labels, links, etc. Oh no, you can't because I need to extend it here. So I need to add. Okay, I'm lazy, but normally then you would add the toggle primary CTA text. Yeah, you would create new props for all these props so that it will be reflected on the front. But if this is going to be your main CTA, you don't need to touch it, but I'm feeling a little bit lazy now. So normally I would then also extend these so that now, because now we cannot edit them, right? So if we actually extend those props, you can actually interact with them. So we're done with this one now. And I'm going to move on to the last one because that will be the last one I'm creating. And there's also this one will also be able to knock it out pretty quickly. So let's start immediately. That will be CTA 2. We're going to work on that one right now. So add a section. This is a pattern. I said pattern. And this is a call to action. Add, publish, open up. We'll go immediately to our remote template, search for call to action and drag in the pattern that we need. Just give it some time to load. Oh, it's sorry, my bad. CTA. It's CTA 33. This one. I don't know. It's. Oh, it felt like it was loading. Anyways. Okay, there we have it. We need to remove, I'm going to immediately start. I'm going to remove the radius. I'm going to remove this project status here. We don't need that. I'm going to start copying over the text. Also here. And I'm going to also remove some questions. So it has just 3 questions. I'm going to remove some questions. Delete. Delete. Now I'll just leave it at 4. And I'm going to also change the font size to 1. Let me check the gap. Okay, this shows a lot of gaps, so I'm going to increase the gap. We need to calc this times 4 times 10. No, times 8, I think. This is a good split. And this should be large. I should say book your appointment. Okay, save. And it seems that there is some spacing here. So I'm going to add a space to the text here to just push the button a bit down, space. Yeah, space 2XL. That should work. I'm gonna copy the text over, at least for the titles. Oh, and I want the first, oh, it should expand. Okay, so it's already working. Let me just add these two. Oh, copy the text instead of pasting it. I'll do it like this. And this will be the last one. You know what, I'll just keep it to 3. And then we basically have them here. I would like to also make the text a little bit smaller because it feels too big. This feels too small, so I will set this to, okay, L feels, you know what, no, let's put it at M. And this is way darker. Okay, and let's see, the title background color has to change to, is that primary? Yeah, that's primary. Primary 8. Okay. No, there is some contrast, so primary 6 or 7. Okay, 7 will do. The content background doesn't really look white, so let me see what I have. Content background. Okay, I thought so. It's supposed to be white. And the title needs some more space. 8. Even an M. Okay, better. Okay, I think it's done. Also, let's check the mobile. Whoa, that's a large gap. I need to fix that. So drop it to 2. And I think it should just work for the rest. Like I said, this is an easy one. So this is also done. And with that, we're closing out this part of the video. The booking section is done. What we're going to be looking at next is let's see, the footer. We actually have arrived at the last section. Pretty happy, pretty excited. So footer we'll be doing next. We'll be creating this footer and we'll be creating this footer. So to think how this will go, based on the setup, I think we might knock out all the footers in the same video. And when we're done with the footers, guys, what we're going to do next is we're going to assemble the pages. So I'm going to do that. I'll just do that in one video. I'll assemble all the pages, and then we can just admire and look at everything in its full glory. And we can look at like, I'll show you how I will search in the remote library, you know, so how everything is clearly defined because I gave things specific names. I separated patterns from components, right? I gave them specific names that I can easily find back. So you see how that works in Bricks, and I'm very excited to show you that because that's what I always work towards when I'm building projects, right? I always build things separately and then assemble them. And I just like when that comes together. It's, I don't know, it's like a fulfilling feeling. Okay, with that being said, like, share, and comment. Leave a comment behind. Comments really push this video. Likes push this video. Share them. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.